Ziggy Tournaments Season 3 has officially begun, and we have completed our first 2 qualifiers, completing week 1. And I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. There's so many things to talk about: the leaderboard, the stats, my predictions, and some more things. Let's get straight into it. So first off, I wanted to talk about the leaderboard. The leaderboard has some just underperformances, some performances we expected, things that went wrong some way, somehow. First off, I wanted to give a big shout out to Tease, Krampus, and Blur. They're currently holding up first place. They played both qualifiers and got second and third in both of them. So they're looking very, very solid. Definitely a team that will hold up most likely in that top 3 throughout the entirety of the qualifiers. I wanted to mention for Q1, there was 2 performances that I really wanted to go back on. It was Lewis's team. So Louis, You Will Not Die, and Wavy getting a crazy win in Q1. They got the most points we've seen across both of the qualifiers. So that was a very, very good team performance from them, showing that they are definitely not a team to mess with and a team that can do a lot of damage. There is also in Q1 an underrated performance that I did not expect. I did not have on my radar, at least not that high, which was Iman coming in 4th. It was not necessarily the greatest performance, but I did not expect them to do that well. They were doing very, very well for the first half of the tournament, started falling down a little bit afterwards, but they definitely showed potential to actually compete at a very, very high level inside of the tournament. For Q2, there was just so many things that happened in Q2. First off, we, for the first time, had 2 lobbies running for the qualifiers, which means we had even more players playing, and we had obviously 2 different teams winning each of their lobbies. So first off, I want to talk about the team of Cyclone, Kaki, and Pure. Kaki having an insane individual performance. I will get back to it in the stats, but it was just simply insane. They played very, very good, and they managed to pick up the win on Lobby 1. Lobby 2 was won by Adoofs, Yoshi, and Plenty. This is a team we have not seen competed in quite a bit, but they're back, and Yoshi is now a 6x. The first 6x is Yoshi. After all this time, not a single person has managed to win 6 tournaments or more. There was multiple people on 5, but Yoshi is the first to hit 6x, just like he was for the 4 and 5x. There was also some insane stuff that happened. Luminex ended up with a 3rd, which is not what I expected, and Kugo snaked between Q1 and Q2. And Kugo started off very strong with a 2nd place in qualifier 1 with Vapor and Dreschi, but only managed to claim a 4th with Braby and Riot. He tried to snitch teammates, and I don't think it worked out, or maybe it was lobby, maybe it was just a bad game. I don't know if he's going to go back to the old team, but based on what I've seen, there was definitely a better performance in qualifier 1 compared to qualifier 2. That's most of what I wanted to show for the leaderboard. Obviously, you guys will have access to the leaderboard both on the web and on the video, so you'll be able to see just everywhere everyone is currently standing at. In terms of stats, this is obviously individually based. I definitely wanted to go over, first off, Krampus with a crazy run. He is currently top of eliminations with 45 eliminations. Krampus also is holding the most amount of round wins, being part of 4 different people, which is Tease, Blur, Kugo, and himself, at 5 wins across both qualifiers. So Krampus definitely showing off that he is one of the best players, and right next to him, or right behind him I should say, is Kugo with 41 eliminations and also obviously that 5 win. Krampus currently actually holds every single individual stat that you can hold, which this season are elims, tournaments played, round wins, and top 5s. So I will put those on screen as well, so you guys can see just what the top 10 is looking like. But Krampus is showing off as one of the most well-rounded players that we can see right now. I also wanted to give a quick shout to Tease, which also is playing very well and is part of that top side of individual stats and even the leaderboard. Before I get into my predictions, I just wanted to give some quick community messages. Honestly, you guys have been showing so much love. The start of season 3 has had an explosive amount of people and new people especially joining up both the discords, the community, and everything. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank you guys for that. I also while I'm at it, this is the first time obviously I'm doing a recap this way. Wanted your thoughts and opinions on those types of recaps. But on top of that, I also wanted to ask a question, which is, I don't know if you guys would like if I included my face cam for those tournaments or not. So I am asking this. Put your answer in the comments and I will go through. If enough people think that it would be worth it, then I will include my face cam back into streams and tournament videos. I also wanted to quickly give a message. I will most likely be starting a new concept, which is what I call Ziggy tokens. I will talk about it probably in a future video, but I just wanted to give that. It's more for people that like, you know, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, those, and not just end games, which obviously is the main thing that I've been hosting. With that out of the way, we are talking about predictions. What do I think will happen? What do I think people will place? Everything. Honestly, I think T's Krampus Blur, they're just going to keep at first. They've been playing well. I think they're going to keep playing well. They have a very, very good track record in terms of past Ziggy tournaments and experience in my tournaments. So I don't see a reason why they would drop. I think they're probably a team that can clutch up a top 3 almost every single qualifier. So as long as they keep showing up together, I don't see a reason why they can't hold that first place. Second is Odufs. I think this team might actually be able to do something pretty good. They've showed off that they were definitely able to handle a lobby. It was the second lobby. Some people said, you know, the lobby is not as hard and everything, but after rewatching, honestly, the lobby was fairly similar, and the lobby was even more competitive in terms of everything was closer. Points were closer. There was not teams just kind of getting keyed for no reason. So I think Odufs is definitely a team to watch out for. He has also the track record of actually, when showing up for tournaments, he usually shows up big. So I think this is a team to keep an eye out on. They're currently 4th, but I think they could definitely go up. And technically, obviously, they're 4th, but on a tiebreaker, so they're really 2nd in terms of points. I think they can definitely come through and pick up some more and stay at least within that top 5. The next team I definitely wanted to shout is Lewis's team. I know they did not play qualifier 2, but I think the moment they play, this is a team that you need to worry about. They've played very well in qualifier 1. They've played very well in past tournaments. Lewis and Wavy are our season 2 grand final winners, so there's not much less to say. The one team I wanted to give another shout to, and that was probably the last team, is I kind of want to see what can percent Acro and Wetsup do. So I've heard some great things, but so far I've seen them get 3rd. They were not bad, but I think this team might have more potential than what they've showed so far.